when it comes to movie night nibbles, one classic cinema snack pops easier into the mouth than any other. Catherine and Richard Furs are just one of many small producers who have taken bright ideas from their kitchens to a wider audience. In their case, they've transformed child-rated popcorn into an adults-only snack. They've teamed it with unexpected ingredients like garlic, fennel and chilli, and in doing so, have put good old popcorn on the gastronomic map. And it's all down to Catherine's love of a good novel.
This book was the inspiration to me starting to make popcorn. There's an awful lot of references throughout the book to savoury popcorns, and I just fancied trying some and couldn't find any anywhere. We were quite surprised that there's nothing like this in the market in the UK, and we were just absolutely amazed that nobody else was making it. So we basically tried to make our own. And I happened to be speaking to a lady in a New Delhi in our village about the idea, and she said, why don't you bring some down to sample? And then about 2 or 3 days later, the lady from the deli phoned up and said, we've had 6 people in asking where they can buy your popcorn.
And from this humble beginning, the business exploded.
Our first order was 5 bags, then ordered for 10 bags. And then we actually went to boxes. And our whole conservatory was a packing line at home. And our sitting room was getting smaller and smaller, and the sofa was getting further and further towards the middle because we had so many boxes in the sitting room. I think we thought that's the time we've got to go out, really. We like to think we changed the way popcorn's perceived in the UK. The market for popcorn has grown and grown since we started. There's a lot more popcorn in supermarkets now, there's a lot of brands of popcorn. I think people are switching on to it as a healthier snack to crisps or anything else you'd eat instead of it, really.
And much of their success is down to the innovative flavours they introduced.
We do 5 standard flavours. We do garlic and herb, we do salty sweet, we do a sweet cinnamon spice, and also a hot chilli and fennel and a chilli and lime. We do special edition flavours. We do chocolate popcorn, Brazilian fudge popcorn, we've done Turkish delight popcorn. So we're always experimenting with new flavours.
To keep up with the demand for new and exciting flavours, Catherine and Richard are always trying new combinations in their kitchen at home.
Mainly because we don't actually have the facility up at the factory to do small amounts of anything, so it's just everything is in quite a large quantity. So this is quite handy, you can just use a domestic saucepan, and there we go. And because we are very small, we can be as inventive as we like to be, really.
Today their cinnamon recipe is getting salted to give their customers that Moorish sweet and salty flavour.
We have great fun developing flavours, and we sometimes have some very strange combinations. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. Oh, it always happens. I like popcorn because it is quite theatrical. It is quite interesting seeing how such a tiny amount of kernel can make such a massive amount of finished product. I just like it, I like the shapes. It's a bit like working with snowflakes because no 2 kernels ever pop in exactly the same way.
Well, they've certainly proved there's demand for it, but how well is their latest offering going to go down at the market in Durham?
It is really nice to come to a market like this. It's the best way to try products to see what people think. It's the way we first started out, getting people's opinions about the product, and it's still the best way to do it. That's a cinnamon popcorn, so we've got cinnamon, cloves, ginger and coriander there, and then it's salted at the end.
No, I've never tried popcorn like that before. It was absolutely delicious.
I love popcorn, so trying something other than just salted popcorn is really good.
I love how Catherine and Richard have taken a kid's treat and made it into a grown-up snack.